Final game, yeah, a little bit disappointed. We didn't really turn up for the match, in my opinion. We'd had a good record against Rangers in the season, beat them 3 times, knocked them out of 2 cups, and I just think we were not up for it like we should have been. Didn't help that the fact that the league had suspended our star striker, Scott Sugden, who should have played in the game and wasn't able to because of a cock-up. But, you know, on the day, fair play to Rangers, they did really well. We didn't really turn up. Penalty was very dubious, didn't like it at all. And I've yet to speak to somebody who reckons that it was a penalty. So, besides the referee who thought it was on the day. So, a bit disappointed to lose 1-0, but that's the way it goes, hey-ho. Yeah, definitely. 5 years on the bounce, winning the Gledhill is a fantastic achievement, and I don't think there's probably many clubs in the whole country that have been unbeaten since 2003 in a cup competition. So to win it 7-0 and win the record score ever in a final, and to win it for a record 5 years on the bounce is fantastic, and well done to all the lads on that. Interesting one. Certainly, the Devi Arms have been very busy in the transfer market and signed a lot of new players on. And although they lost the first game of the season, they've recovered since then, and I'm pretty sure that they'll be there or thereabouts. Danny Rossi, the manager, is very busy, nearly as busy as I am, or maybe even more busier. But Danny does very well, and I think he'll have a decent side, and they'll be there or thereabouts. Poulton, been a bit mixed really. Again, they beat Devi in the first game. They've not a bad side. They lost Tom and Chris to us, but they've also gained some players as well. They've gained a goalkeeper and they've gained Cats. So, you know, they should be there or thereabouts as well. Of the others, Northern Care have had a great start. They signed a player that I was after, and he's done well for them. And they've threatened year after year after year to do well, and it always fell away. It'd be interesting to see this year whether they fall away again or not. I mean, let's see if they can prove they can last a little bit longer than they normally do. But, you know, signs so far are good for them. They've had a good start. Rangers, last year's champions, awful start. Played 4, drawn 2 and lost 2. They're out of it already as far as I'm concerned. They're going to struggle. And they haven't got a big squad. And the manager's, much as he thinks he's not the best in the world, so I think that Rangers are going to have a very average season, and it remains to be seen whether they're still around at the end of the year or not. We've signed some good ones, that's for sure, and they've certainly helped the footballing side of things with us. We're certainly playing better football this year than we did last year. Chris Morris is an excellent signing for us. They're all young lads as well, that's the other big thing. Chris Morris is a good signing. Nick Greenall has done really well, another very good footballer. Tom Porter's been injured, but I'm sure Tom will come good eventually. And Sean Slater is a typical Fleetwood lad really, just gets on with it, plays his football simple, and you know, he's done a really good job too. Mickey Evans, the striker, was looking very good in pre-season and opened up the season with 2 cracking goals in our first game. Then he goes and gets injured on a Saturday, unfortunately, which was a shame, because I think Mickey is one of them sort of strikers that we need. He plays on the last defender, plays on the shoulder. He's always looking, and if you feed him, he'll score goals. Whereas the other strikers we've got more tend to come off the men and hold the ball up and don't get on that last defender. So Mickey, when he comes back from injury, which would be about a month, I would imagine, will be a big player for us, and I think he'll do well. But I'm really pleased with all the new signings, to be honest. So. Fantastic, innit? I think when Andy Pilley first came to me and suggested Fleetwood got involved down there and used it as their training ground, I know that Andy is, you know, he's a very wealthy fella now, and he does not frightened to spend his money, as you've seen if you've been up to Fleetwood's ground, and the work he's done up there, and also the work he's done on that team. So I think Collins Park is now a real pleasure to be at. It's got the floodlights up, it's got the surround on the pitch, it's got the advertising boards up. He spent a lot of money on the surface, and that shows. A lot of money on the clubhouse. So it's a real pleasure for the lads to play down there, and we're all very, very proud of it. And we're looking forward to having many, many seasons there in the future. So that's good.